For over 2 millennia, the papacy has been revered as the moral compass of the Western world. Draped in robes of purity, speaking as the voice of God on earth, its authority has shaped not just religion, but the course of global history. But beyond the sacred rituals and golden altars lies another story. A story of ambition, manipulation, secrecy, and sometimes darkness. Today we explore the untold story of the Vatican, its rise to power, the shadows behind the saints, and the truths the Church would rather remain hidden. In its earliest days, Christianity was a persecuted minority. Followers were hunted, crucified, thrown to lions for entertainment. But with Emperor Constantine's Edict of Milan in 313 AD, everything changed. Christianity became legal, then rapidly became the empire's dominant faith. By the 4th century, popes weren't just spiritual shepherds. They were political players. The Bishop of Rome emerged as the most powerful figure in the Christian world, and from this seat, the Papacy was born. In the 756 AD, Pepin the Short granted the Church land, the donation of Pepin, creating the Papal States. The Pope was no longer just a priest, he was a king. And where there's land, there's power. And where there's power, there's always politics. Popes began wielding armies, signing treaties, and influencing dynasties. Some wore armor under their vestments. The Church had become a kingdom, and kingdoms breed conflict. The Renaissance popes were more like Renaissance princes. Among them, none are more infamous than Pope Alexander VI, a member of the notorious Borgia family. Accused of bribery, nepotism, and even murder, Alexander turned the Vatican into a palace of pleasure and intrigue. His daughter Lucrezia was both adored and feared. His son, Cesare, was a military commander and rumored assassin. The papacy, meant to reflect the purity of Christ, had become a family business soaked in scandal. Beneath the Vatican lies a vault shrouded in secrecy, the Vatican Apostolic Archive. Spanning over 50 miles of shelves, it contains centuries of secrets, papal correspondences, heresy trials, even suppressed gospels. Some claim it holds proof of alien contact, ancient prophecies, or missing pieces of the Bible. While most of that is speculation, what's undeniable is the Church's control over what history is remembered and what is erased. Even today, the Vatican is no stranger to controversy. From the Vatican Bank money laundering allegations to decades of child abuse scandals and institutional cover-ups, the Church has often struggled to live up to the ideals it preaches. Each crisis chips away at its moral authority, and yet it survives, sometimes not because of transparency, but because of secrecy and loyalty. But this is not a story meant to destroy faith. For billions, the Church offers hope, structure, and spiritual purpose. The papacy, in all its complexity, is a symbol of both divine aspiration and human imperfection. History shows us that behind every throne, especially one ordained by heaven, lies a very earthly struggle for power. To truly understand the Church, we must look beyond its saints. We must also confront its sinners, because history is never pure. And sometimes to see the light, you have to walk through the shadows.